You.
She's not the woman in the photo, but why does she feel so familiar to me? Who the hell is she? Are you afraid of me?
No, no.
Mr. Gu, you're old enough to get married and settle down. If you don't get married, Mr. Gu Jr. is going to start rumors that you're in a relationship with Mr. Hans. This is a list of blind dates that the chairman of the board has personally selected and organized for you. Right. Look at this one. Her figure and looks are superb, and her family lineage is a perfect match for the Gu family.
Why don't you pick?
No. By the way, the chairman also said that this time you must not refuse. Only when you get married will the Gu family be truly handed over to you.
Her. You tell Grandpa that I fell in love with this woman at first sight, and I must marry her, so let him send someone to propose marriage.
Mr. Gu, Sue's family is humble. You can't be uninterested in debutantes just because you failed 180 blind dates before.
Do you think I'm Felix Gu, who thinks about getting power by his wife all day long?
Actually not.
Felix Gu is only good for small families, got it?
Oh. Got it.
Honey, what should we do? Timothy Gu chooses Sasa, and wants her to marry him, but you know, Timothy Gu doesn't like women. If Sasa marries him, she will be a widow. Can you manage to get out of this marriage?
You idiot. We Sue's family can't afford to mess with them. Quiet. And to be able to get close to the Gu family, how many families have begged for it, so how can we possibly refuse? Then what do you say we should do?
Why don't you let Lulu go? Isn't she also your daughter?
Yes. I don't think it's a good idea to just get married, but I think the two of them need to switch identities.
What are you looking for me for?
Lulu, Timothy Gu, the president of the Gu family, has chosen you, but you are not good enough for him, so you should marry him as your sister.
Dad, Timothy Gu doesn't like women at all.
What's wrong with that? Gu's family is the richest in Riverside City, so it's your blessing to be able to marry him.
Do you want to give this fortune to Sasa?
Lulu Sue. If you dare to leave here today, I will cut off your mom's medical bills immediately. Lulu Sue. Do you know how much money your dead mother has cost the Sue family over the years?
I can make money to pay you back.
30 million yuan. You won't be able to pay it back in your next life. Now I'll give you two ways: marry Timothy Gu instead of Sasa, or pay back the 30 million, and take your dead mom and get out of Sue's hospital.
Okay. I'll marry.
Marrying isn't enough. You have to completely swap identities with Sasa. From now on, Sasa Sue is an outstanding graduate of Edinburgh College of Art, and Professor Lawrence's disciple. And you will marry that Timothy Gu who doesn't like women.
Mei Liu, one day, I will get all this back from you with interest. You.
She's not the woman in the photo, but why does she feel so familiar to me? Who the hell is she? Are you afraid of me?
No.
This is a contractual marriage agreement. We are married under false pretenses for 1 year.
What? Sure enough, he doesn't like women.
During 1 year, when we leave the house, we are a loving couple. When we enter the house, we don't bother each other, and when the time is up, we get divorced immediately.
How can you be so conservative?
Of course, I will put 200,000 yuan in your card every month as compensation.
200,000 yuan? It's really 200,000 yuan. With this money, I can take my mom out of Sue's family.
If you think there's any problem.
No problem. I'll sign it right now.
Well, the contract is in effect, so have an early rest. You go investigate Sasa Su.
Something wrong with this Su family's eldest daughter?
I doubt it, she's not any Su family's debutante at all. Could it be you?
Mr. Ji. Come and have breakfast. Aha. Aha.
Thank you.
Now the chairman is relieved. Mr. Gu Jr. is jealous of the young master, and has been spreading rumors that he is having an affair with Mr. Hans, causing him to be unable to get married.
So the rumors are false?
Of course, it's false. You should know this better than anyone, madam. Young Master Hans went to England under the tutelage of Professor Lawrence some years ago, and it is not true that he was molested by the young master, as the rumor has it. I can assure you that there is absolutely nothing between them.
Wait, this young Master Hans is not my senior Hans Chu, right?
Hans. I haven't seen you in a few years, your design skills have improved a lot.
How are you going to reward me?
I've already abused you for 3 lifetimes in front of outsiders, now it's just the 2 of us, can you be more normal? Here's the thing, would like to use this set of your Ira series, as an exhibition piece for this, jewelry exhibition. What do you think?
I think there are flaws.
What are the flaws?
I can't say, it's just an artist's intuition.
Mr. Gu, there is a lady who calls herself your wife and wants to see you. Her name is Sasa Su. Should she be kicked out or sent to the police station?
She is my wife.
Mr. Gu, I'm sorry, I'm short of awareness.
Send her up.
You're married?
What do you mean?
Great. I can finally be heterosexual again, you know.
I can't believe it's really Chu. This real person looks even better than the photo. No wonder he can be so untouchable. Did I come at a bad time?
Why are you here? Come in.
I made you some porridge. I am Sasa Su now. Sasa Su doesn't know Chu.
What's wrong?
These designs. Not good enough.
Not good enough? If you can do it, you can draw one. If you can't do it, shut up.
Come on. Just do it. It's okay, go ahead.
bold and lively, elegant and dynamic. That is to say, it covers my noble and aesthetic design concept, but also conforms to the vitality of contemporary young people. Good job, little girl. Do you want to come to my design department?
Hans Chu, do you think I'm dead?
It's all over. How did I forget that Mr. Chu is Mr. Gu's first love? Mr. Gu, don't be angry. I'm going to leave now. I won't bother you and senior brother. You guys can continue.
She called me senior brother?
Was I too mean just now?
Where did you find this little girl? I kinda like her.
She is my wife.
What's the matter? Are you in love?
I haven't even found out who she is.
That's easy. Just ask her to come and help.
You trust her?
Of course. She just called me senior brother.
Hans Chu.
Okay. See for yourself. These lines are simple and clear, proving that she is a generous and simple-minded person who can't do spy work. As for where she comes from, come here. I'll teach you.
Say it. Don't bullshit me, say it.
Senior sister, I'm here to mooch. Meals off you.
Senior sister.
If you call her senior sister again, get the hell out of here.
Okay, okay, sister-in-law, sister-in-law.
Come in.
This morning, your design was really wonderful. Would you like to design this exhibit with me?
Of course I would. But will Timothy be jealous?
I don't have a problem with that. If you don't.
I do.
So happy to work with Hans.
Okay, then that is it. Let's eat first, and work immediately afterward.
Sasa, this time your design caused a sensation at the jewelry show. Hans said he wants to recommend you to his teacher, Professor Lawrence. Will you do it?
If I meet with the professor, won't the marriage substitute thing be ruined?
Don't you want to try?
I heard that Professor Lawrence doesn't accept disciples anymore.
How do you know? What Hans doesn't know?
My sister is the closed disciple of Professor Lawrence. I heard from her.
So do you want to be in the design department?
That's the core department of the GU family. I heard that the employees need to be handpicked by the chairman of the board in person.
You just need to tell me whether you want to or not.
Yes, I want.
Mr. Gu, as you expected, the woman you married is indeed not Sasa Su, but her half-sister Lulu Su.
Half-sister?
Back then, Samuel Su hooked up with Grace Mu, and used Mu's money and connections to get rich quickly. After he got rich, he broke up the Mu family. And connected with Mei Lu, Grace Mu fell ill. And Mei Lu took over, and kicked Grace Mu and her daughter out of the Su family.
Where did they live after they were kicked out?
Center Street.
Center Street. It's really her.
Later, Mr. Gu wants to marry Sasa Su. Mei Lu, who doesn't want her daughter to be widowed, recalls Lulu Su urgently, and uses her mother's medical expenses as blackmail to force her to exchange her identities and marry into the Gu family.
Bye.
I see. No wonder I went looking for you back there and couldn't find you. Devon, block the news. Dig up Sasa Su's blackmail for me.
Yes, sir.
Come here. Turn around. I have a surprise for you too. Didn't you guys say Hans Chu? Come here. Hate him so much after being raped by Timothy Gu? Stand still. Is this a sign of hatred?
Boss, these are not designed by young Master Hans.
You tell me, who has this skill if he didn't design it? It's Mr. Gu's new wife, Sasa Su. Sasa Su? That piece of trash who didn't even make it to high school? Are you lying to me?
Although Sasa Su didn't go to high school, her sister is a fellow student of Mr. Han's. Could she have helped?
Su's family has only one daughter. Where would any sister come from? Mr. Su was divorced, and that Lulu Su is his daughter with his ex-wife. Ex-wife?
Yes, it took us a long time to find out. Mr. Su is a scumbag. He made his fortune with his ex-wife, but the first thing he did after he got rich was to kick her out.
That's right, but the good thing is that her daughter is very competitive, at a young age, rely on their own odd jobs to support the whole family, and then with the ability to get into Edinburgh University of the Arts, became Professor Lawrence's close disciple.
Who wouldn't say that's awesome?
Inspirational. You two are having a talk show? Go, get me this Lulu Su. Don't believe that she would still help her design after being victimized by Sasa Su and her mother.
Sasa, it's been a month since you married. Why don't we go back to Su's house together today?
No, Mr. GU, you are so busy, you don't need to worry about such a small thing.
How can this be a small thing? After all, you are my wife by marriage.
But aren't we married under false pretenses, and automatically divorced after a year?
That. Do the whole show, it's decided. Devin, prepare the car.
Yes.
Why do I have to recuse myself when that bitch comes back?
Yeah, hubby. It's been over a month since she married and she is coming back, so who knows if this is a family visit. Or was she returned?
Oh my god, this man is so handsome.
Mr. Gu is here, welcome.
Mr. Su, you're welcome. I should have come to visit you a long time ago. I was too busy a while ago.
Not at all. I've heard that this year's Mr. Gu's designs are, as the king of the jewelry show.
Mr. Su, that's not Gu's design, it's Sasa's design. Your daughter is so talented.
Mr. Gu, in fact. Sasa learned those little designs from Lulu, who is Professor Lawrence's close disciple.
Huh, brother-in-law.
You're in our way.
Mr. Gu, please.
Let's go.
Mom, they're too much. I haven't been wronged like this since I was a kid.
He doesn't like women, you just got too close to him, it's normal for him to have this reaction.
But he's so handsome, if only he liked women.
I also hope that he likes women, so that, my Sasa can fly up to the branch and become a phoenix.
Mom, why don't we try again?
Okay. Try and test. If he likes women, then, I will switch you two back. Wait a minute. Let's do this.
Come on, Mr. Gu. Mr. Gu. How has Sasa behaved in the Gu family these days?
Filial and polite, the Gu family appreciates it.
That's great. It's not easy for my daughter. I'll have to ask Mr. Gu to take care of her in the future.
Sasa is my baby. You have to treat her well. I'm counting on you to take care of her from now on.
Su's family sent Lulu here because I don't like women. If they know I'm not like that, they might change Lulu back. That's not good, at least not now. Don't worry, I'll be sure to treat Sasa well.
Mr. Gu. Although Sasa has had many ex-boyfriends, she is my sister after all.
Sasa Sue, those are your ex-boyfriends.
I hope you can take good care of her. Come on, cheers. Look how careless I am.
Go away.
I'm so sorry.
Where is Sasa's bedroom? I'm going to change my clothes. Devin, go get a spare set of clothes.
Yes, sir.
Lulu doesn't live here. What should I do?
You Sasa's. This is Sasa's old bedroom.
Okay. What are you waiting for? Aren't you my wife? Come in and help me change my clothes.
He doesn't like women anyway, so I can see his body.
What are you standing there for? Come here. Do you have a wet tissue? Bring it to me. What, you don't know where to put the paper towels in your own room?
No. I just haven't been back for a long time. I forgot.
Really? Then why is there a picture of someone else in your room? Or is it not your room? You're not Sasha Sue.
Why? Isn't it normal to have a picture of my sister in my room?
You're right.
I found it.
Sasa, you just tried. Does Mr. Gu not like women?
I think so. I saw him keep his distance from Lulu and Sasa.
But he just asked Lulu to go in and help him change his clothes.
So wait and try again afterwards?
Ms. Sue, right?
Miss Sue, right? Our boss has an invitation.
Boss.
Boss.
Who is this?
This is Lulu Sue you're looking for.
Bullshit. I am Sasa Sue.
I went to the office this morning and I also saw Sasa Sue coming to bring Timothy his food.
That's the Lulu Sue you're looking for. She used me to climb up the Gu family ladder.
A substitute marriage?
Aha.
In his life, Grandpa emphasizes the married to the Sue family. If he knows that Timothy Gu is not, he will definitely force Timothy Gu to divorce. When the time comes, I will send this Sasa Sue back. Talent is comparable to Hans Chu's, and then I will get Lulu Sue, whose, and the situation will be completely reversed. How about swapping you and Lulu Sue, and letting you be Mrs. Gu's wife?
No.
Who?
I'll make Lulu Sue lose her reputation. Even if she's widowed, she can't have a better life than me.
In a way, we have the same goal. A partnership?
How do you want to cooperate?
Grandpa.
It's been a month since you got married, and you're just getting your wife back. Timothy. How did I teach you?
Grandpa, it's because I've been busy lately. Come on, Sasa, call Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Ha ha ha. Stop standing, sit down. Sasa, my eldest grandson. He's always been like this since he was a kid. When he works, he doesn't care about anything. You'll have to take care of him in the future.
It's okay, Grandpa. A man's career is the most important thing.
See, a daughter of an eminent family is so sensible and reasonable. Be nice to her in the future.
I know. Grandpa, actually, I have something to discuss with you this time.
Chairman, Mr. Gu Jr. has brought a girl with him.
A girl. Felix also brought a girl back. Quickly let me see. Grandpa, I'm back. Felix, who is it? This is the daughter of Sue's family, and she is quite close to my sister-in-law.
Felix Gu, this is to know the substitute marriage thing?
Timothy is so hard to win the jewelry show and get back in the game. Can't let him fall in front of Grandpa because of me.
You guys are. She's my half-sister, Lulu Sue.
She even made the first move?
I know about this too. I accompanied Sasa back to her home the other day, and I met this sister at the family dinner.
Hello, Chairman, I am Lulu Sue.
This is the kind of person who wants to take revenge on Timothy Gu. But fortunately, I have a backup plan. Felix, this seems to be the first time you brought a girl back, isn't it? No. No. Grandpa, I'm here for business. The Gu family made a big splash at this year's jewelry show, and the next new designs are bound to get attention from all sides. Everyone is waiting to see the jokes of the Gu family. Ocean Company has poached Hans's deputy, Lin, for the same purpose. What do you want to do? Lulu graduated from Edinburgh University of Art, and was Hans' classmate. I would like to recommend her to join the design department, and take over Lin's class. I can't see that Lulu has such a great ability.
I disagree. Grandpa, I think Sasa is more qualified to be in the design department.
I remember the company's minimum standard for hiring is a college graduate. If I remember correctly, my sister-in-law didn't even pass high school, right?
Education is not important, ability is. Sasa's talent in this jewelry show is obvious to everyone.
But that's the way it is in the company, or is Mr. Gu planning to use his power for personal gain and nepotism?
I just don't want to miss out on real talent.
Sasa, what do you think?
Grandpa, since my sister and I both want to be in the design department, why don't we compete fairly?
Oh. What do you want to do?
The new product design is coming soon, and it is the first thing to do. Why don't my sister and I work together as assistants to our senior brother and design a set of plans? Whoever Grandpa thinks is better will be in the design department.
Okay, that's it.
Have you heard? The design department came to the new member, the chairman, for special approval. What new person? That is to take over Director Lin of the class. You say, will it be the president's wife? I think it might be. This morning when I went to Mr. Gu to sign, I also heard Mr. Gu reminding Mrs. to report to the design department. If it's Mrs. Gu, then I'm absolutely convinced. After all, that idea for the jewelry show was really great. Then should we change our name to Director Sue from now on? Who are you?
I'm the one you said was authorized by the chairman of the board to enter the design department. I graduated from Edinburgh University of the Arts, and I am your Che director's fellow student. This is a welcome gift for you. Lulu Sue?
You guys go back.
Director Chu, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Have you two seen the president's wife?
Madam is there. Director Chu, you quickly go over to take a look.
Okay, you guys go back first.
Lulu Sue. You bitch. Lulu Sue, you bitch.
Sasa, Sue, this is Gu's house, not your Sue's house. Don't blame me for being rude if you dare to be wild again.
How rude are you going to be? Don't think that just because you're married to Timothy Gu, you're really a phoenix. If I tell you about the substitute marriage.
Fine, say it then. See who will be the one in bad luck when you say it. Sasa, Sue, it was you who didn't want to marry Timothy GU, so you forced me to do it for you. And this matter, from beginning to end, is your mother, and you are the first to suffer. If the GU family really want to take it to task, Dad can't even protect you.
Lulu, Sue, don't do too much. Ever since I was a kid, I've been living in your shadow, and everyone outside only knows how great the Sue family's daughter is. And I didn't even graduate from high school. Obviously, my mom was Dad's first love, but I had to watch Dad marry your mom and have you. Do you know how much I hate you? I'm telling you, I'll snatch everything you have today. You wait for me.
Sasa, Sue. Senior brother Chu. Why are you here?
You only have 10 minutes to explain.
As you heard, I married Timothy GU for Sasa Sue.
So you are Lulu Sue, my real senior sister? Does Timothy Gu know about this?
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know? Are you two married in name only?
Yes. So Chu wants to know if Timothy GU betrayed him? Mr. Chu, don't worry, Mr. GU and I are innocent, and we will be divorced in 10 months. By then, I will leave Mr. GU. So, before then, can you keep my secret?
Reason?
I want to protect him.
Timothy still needs your protection?
After all, I'm the cause of this. Without me, Sasa Sue wouldn't find Felix GU to team up against him.
That's true. Sasa was introduced by Felix, which means Felix must have already known about the marriage. But the fact that he is still hiding it means that he has a more powerful backhand. Okay. I promise you. But you have to promise me one thing.
What thing? After you divorce Timothy, do you want to consider marrying me?
As you may have heard, because of Lin's departure, Lulu Sue and Sasa Sue will be in charge of the creative part of this new design month. Still with the theme of the charming iris flower, you two, first say your ideas. Lulu, you go first.
Well, just.
Didn't you graduate from Edinburgh University of the Arts? You've been in England for 4 years, and you don't even understand the words? How dare you mock our president's wife for not graduating from high school? She herself is the one who didn't graduate from high school, right?
Shut up.
What are you doing?
Chu, they are so openly defaming your sister. Don't you care?
Did they say anything wrong? You just have no idea. Sit down. Sasa, what about you?
At the last jewelry show, GU used the charming iris flower, which is still very popular. So I would like to take advantage of this wave of enthusiasm to produce a piece of the same type, but...
Yes, what would you like to do as a theme?
Fireworks. It's short, beautiful, and passionate.
Knowing that the end is destruction, but still willing to burn your whole life for one moment. Lulu, are you in love with Timothy Gu? Yes, you two use fireworks as your theme, and in 3 days, hand in a pair of first drafts of your designs.
Mr. GU. Have you been drinking? Are you okay?
A little stomach ache.
Oh, I'll get you some medicine.
Fated and out of reach?
After you and Timothy get divorced, do you want to consider marrying me?
Mr. GU, take some medicine.
Why do you still call me Mr. Gu?
Huh.
We've been married for almost 2 months, why are you still calling me Mr. Gu?
But weren't we married under false pretenses, and divorced after a year? If I don't call you Mr. GU, I'm afraid I'll forget that we're just acting.
You want to divorce me that badly?
What?
You'd love to marry Hans Chu, wouldn't you?
I like Chu. No, 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 I know you like Hans, so I will steal him away.
Finished?
Timothy, what do you do?
Enjoy my rights.
No, 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 we are married under false pretenses.
The agreement is signed by Sasa Su, are you? Lulu,
When did you know I wasn't Sasa?
I knew this the night we got married.
Then you still signed the agreement with me? Timothy, you are a good actor. You fooled me for so long.
Where to?
To where I belong.
Where you should be. Hans Chu?
None of your business.
Don't go.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
Because you're my woman.
Timothy Gu, you are shameless.
Lulu, you're wrong. This is far from shameless.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Timothy Gu?
I'll tell you what real shamelessness is.
I didn't even realize it. You're such a talent.
Ha 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 ha.
Here, look.
Ha.
You're laughing my ass off. Hurry up and draw.
Mr. Gu Jr., I don't know how to draw. Can't you find someone to draw for me?
New product design is a trade secret. How can you ask someone to draw for you?
But I didn't study design. Why don't we go and find that director Lin? He can draw for sure.
Shut up. I'm telling you, since the moment Rick Lin was poached by Ocean, he is the enemy of the GU family. Don't even ask him to draw.
But I really don't know how. What can I do? I've never studied.
Fine, you can stop doing it too. What's with stepping on Lulu Su? It's all bullshit. I'm telling you, you'll just silently watch Lulu Su shine from now on. Elder Jiang, Junior Jiang.
I'm here.
Throw her out.
No, no, no. I'll draw. I'll draw. I'll draw. I'll draw. I'll figure it out myself.
I'm telling you, it's the last day. If you can't draw it, you can get the hell out of my house. Draw.
Excuse me, Director Lin. I promise you the deal you said before.
Young master, where is the madam?
In her room.
Did you have a fight yesterday?
Aunt Anne, when you go up later, give her some medicine.
Young master, how can you hit your wife?
No, Forget it, Devon. You go to the company and bring back the documents that I must read.
Huh?
I'm guarding her at home today.
Young master's hand is too heavy.
Aunt Anne, it's okay.
It's okay, what's okay? If old madam was still alive, no matter what the reason is, the young master would have been beaten up by the family. Madam, why did you and young master fight? I guess, in all probability, it's the young master's fault. Young master, that workaholic, just said that he would stay home to watch over you today. I guess he knows it's wrong, But he just doesn't know how to apologize to you.
Aunt Anne, have you seen my design?
It's in the living room. But do you still want to draw when your hand hurts like this?
I don't want to miss this opportunity.
What are you doing here?
Of course I'm here to see my senior sister. You are out of reach of my destiny? Rather, it fits her state of mind.
Don't look, she's abstained.
Huh? Why?
This design department, she's not going in.
Timothy, do you know what you are saying? You don't know how much she wants to be in the design department.
What for? To do what? To work with you in secret?
Timothy Gu, what the hell are you talking about?
Hans Chu, that painting is called, You Are Out of Reach of My Destiny. Who's the unreachable one?
Don't you know who that is?
Stop it.
Lulu, what's wrong with you?
I'm fine. Timothy. Let's get a divorce. Timothy. Let's get a divorce.
After you divorce Timothy, do you want to consider marrying me?
Don't you even think about it. Aunt Anne, get Hans out of here.
How dare you?
What wouldn't I dare to do? Hans Chu, listen to me carefully. If you dare to think about my woman again, I will.
What will you do? How will do you?
Stop it.
Hans Chu, you know what kind of person I am. From now on, get the hell out of here, and don't show up in front of her again.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Young Master Hans, young Master has his measure.
Aunt Anne, look at him, do you call that measured?
Young Master is a bit agitated today, but after all, you are a married couple for 100 days.
Aunt Anne, they are just a fake couple with no real name.
What did you say? Young Master, let's wipe the medicine first.
I don't need it.
The madam will be heartbroken if she sees this.
She won't.
So, you want to punish yourself in this way?
Aunt Anne, have I done something wrong?
Yes.
But I don't know what I did wrong.
Young Master. Do you like madam?
Yes.
Then, young Master should understand that the prerequisite for love is respect. If you are so forceful, you will only push madam farther and farther away.
But it's true that she likes Hans. You just saw that she doesn't even allow me to hit him.
Young Master, you are wrong. Madam always loves you. She has always felt that you are the one who is out of her reach. So, she doesn't want you to ruin your friendship.
But it's also true that Hans likes her. Based on that alone, there is no way Hans, and I can go back to the old days.
Who wouldn't like a nice girl like young lady?
Aunt Anne, but she is my wife.
Yes. Young Master. You can be more confident. Love is not a shopping mall, the chips are only in the heart. Even if all the men in the world love her. As long as she loves you, you will always be the winner.
But, she doesn't love me.
Young Master, you are wrong. The madam loves you very much. Maybe she doesn't realize it. But she loves you. Young master, hurry up and apologize to the young lady before it's too late. Young master, don't let the young lady be disappointed at you, or there's no way out.
Aunt Anne, please put the dishes on the table first, I'll draw for a while. Timothy, I warn you, you are not allowed to ruin my painting again.
Lulu, I'm sorry. Does your hand still hurt?
How do you?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have doubted you and Hans. Because of my own imagination, and I shouldn't have done anything to you in the name of love. Lulu, I've never been in love before, and I don't know how to love someone, but I want to try to learn now. Can you give me a chance?
But, didn't you do this because you misunderstood that I stole senior brother Chu?
Lulu Sue. Lulu, Sue.
Why are you telling me this suddenly?
I really like you. I don't want to divorce you.
But I'm not the debutante of the Sue family.
I don't need the support of your family.
But I like painting and designing. I don't want to be a housewife.
The Gu family's design department is one of the top in the world, and Hans appreciates your talent. If you leave the Gu family, I'm sure there won't be another place that suits you so well.
So, you don't like Chu?
It was Felix who spread the rumor about me and him.
So you don't mind if Chu likes me?
No, I do mind, but I care more about you.
You idiot.
Lulu. I won't be out of your reach. From now on, I will be within your reach.
Director Lin, where are my designs?
They're all here. Let's end it here. Don't contact me again.
Didn't you say you liked me before?
Don't take those words seriously that a man said in bed.
Liar.
I am the designer of Ocean. We shouldn't have relations.
Why didn't you say that before you had sex with me? That's disgusting.
Mr. Xiao already gave her the drawings as planned.
Well done. I'll make sure the Gu family is over this time.
Timothy, I don't care what you use, today is the deadline, you have to get Lulu to the office with the finished drawings. Sasa is all ready. Huh? You made up? Aha.
Young Master Hans is here.
No, he's dead.
Why don't you stay for breakfast?
No, I'm full.
Hans, what did you say about Sasa Sue?
Sasa Sue has been painted. Your grandfather is very happy with it.
Felix directly overstepped you to show the drawing to Grandpa?
Didn't you say Lulu had given up? The opponents are gone, Felix wouldn't be Felix if he didn't. Lulu, there is still half an hour before the deadline. I don't care what method you use, even if it's a quick sketch, you have to hand me a copy. Lulu, I know it's hard for you, otherwise, this will do too. But you set the theme this time. If you don't turn in the draft, you tell me your conception and I will help you draw it. We won't have any room for maneuver.
Chu, don't worry. I mean, you've misunderstood. You don't need to be in a hurry, I've already drawn it.
After the new city jewelry show, the Gu family has gained a lot of fame. So we can't afford to miss out on the next launch. Hans, you report on the design progress.
according to Sasa's suggestion, we are considering focusing on the same type of pieces as the jewelry show, but with a different theme. We'll try to create another wave of hype, while rubbing off on the heat of the jewelry show.
I think it's okay. Have you decided on a theme?
The theme is fireworks, and Lulu and Sasa have designed 2 sets of drawings.
Okay. This is Lulu's design, right? Felix showed it to me before. I think it's good. It's worthy of being your fellow student. Grandpa, what about the plan of letting Lulu into the design department?
Mr. Gu Jr., there is still one more person's design drawings that I haven't looked at yet.
Didn't Mr. GU say that the sister-in-law abstained? Is there such a thing?
Grandpa, a few days ago, I saw her stay up late to rush the drawings despite her health, and I was heartbroken and said something angry. However, Mr. Gu Jr., this is a private matter between us, husband and wife. How do you know about it?
Naturally, my sister complained with me.
Have you two been spending time together lately?
Uh-huh.
I think it's a good match. Who's with that horny bitch? Oops. Felix, you are not too young now, if... No, Grandpa, you're overthinking it. I think a man should focus on his career. Oh, look at you. Don't you have another picture? Hurry up. Hands can pick the stars. Ah. The moment the fireworks bloomed in the sky. It was as if they were born to be compared with the stars. Although a moment. But eternal. Poignant and romantic. It's so fearless. Sasa, how did you come up with this idea?
I just thought of myself. Once upon a time, Timothy was the unattainable star to me, but now... I got him.
Well, you got him.
Yes, yes, yes.
The star can be picked by hand, which raises the unattainability and reachability, in love to a philosophical level, which can be romantic and poignant, and can also satisfy the user's taste to the greatest extent. So I think this design is better.
I think so too. Sasa, you can take over from Rick Lin in the design department. Didn't you swear that it was absolutely okay this time?
Didn't you also say it was a good drawing?
Get out of here. Get out.
Mr. Gu Jr. It's a bit rude to let me go, isn't it?
What do you mean?
This is all our conversation up to now. Mr. Gu Jr., you said if this recording reaches the chairman.
Just say what you want.
I don't want anything. I want to ask you to take me in, feed and clothe me, and by the way, do something more for me.
What is it?
I want the final draft of this new design.
Ah. What do you want this for?
This is my business.
The new product design is a top secret of the GU family. I may not be able to give it to you.
Then I will. What are you doing? You're crazy. Let me go.
How dare you threaten me? Believe it or not, I'll get you killed right now.
I'm wrong. I don't dare anymore.
Sosasu, let me tell you. No matter how much Timothy GU and I fight, it's an internal matter of our GU family. If you want to destroy the GU family, I will be the first to not let you go. Elder Jiang. Search her and see if there is still any recording device.
What are you doing? Don't touch me.
Boss, there's no backup.
Okay, bitch. You can go now. I'm warning you, behave yourself from now on.
Felix Gu. I'm telling you. You're going to regret this.
Come in first. Didn't I say no more contact? Why are you here again?
I've been removed from the Gu family.
Why?
It's because you lost that blah 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 picture to Lulu Su.
Lost? Then what's the new product from GU this time? Do you have a picture?
How could I?
Then what are you doing here?
I want to ask you to take me in. Don't worry. I won't live for free. If you'll take me in, I'll do whatever you want with you.
Are you thirsty? Drink some water first.
Drink up. How about we, today? What did you put in the water? What did you put in the water?
Did I come at a bad time, Mr. Lin?
Mr. Xiao, I'm sorry.
It's late in the night and you have a beautiful woman coming to you. You're very lucky.
If Mr. Xiao likes her, she will be yours. Sasa Su was removed from the GU family. Samuel Su saw the situation and took his wife abroad. No one in the country will pay attention to her whereabouts. Mr. Xiao, you can take her wherever you want.
Since you are so careful, I'll do as I'm told.
Mr. Xiao, you're welcome.
It's because you lost that blah 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 picture to Lulu Su. If it's not a surprise, it should be Lulu Su's star.
Lulu Su. Granduncle, it's me, Rick Lin.
It's finally over. It's been a tiring half a month.
Why is Sasa Su's The East Wind releases flowers and 1,000 trees at night in this batch of finished products?
Master asked for it.
Huh.
The master said that Sasa's painting is too much in Rick's style, so he had to keep it. What could I do? As a result, Lulu and I stayed up for 2 nights trying to perfect the details of the painting.
Why do you look so haggard these 2 days? Go back and get some rest. By the way, why did you two make it, and where is Sasa Su?
Who knows? The master said 2 days ago that he would let her join the design department as Lulu's assistant. But she just disappeared. I guess she's ashamed to see anyone.
No. It shouldn't be like this. Sasa has been educated by Mei since she was a child, and she will do whatever it takes to achieve her goals. How could she back down because of that little loss at the meeting?
So you think?
I think either she and Felix Gu are planning a new counterattack. Or something happened to her.
Bad news.
What happened?
Mr. Gu, Ocean held a press conference, saying that our new product is suspected of plagiarism.
Mr. Xiao, you said that the new products released by GU recently have copied the original design of Ocean. May I ask what evidence is there?
It's better to say it than to see it with your own eyes. It's better to say it than to see it with your own eyes.
This one was designed when I first came to Ocean, and has been patented. This is the new product launched by the GU family this time. Except for some details, it is almost identical. Except for some details, it is almost identical.
Is Sasa Su copying Rick Lin's design?
This is clearly a copy. No wonder Mater said it has Rick Lin's style, it's because this is Rick Lin's design.
With all due respect. Although the two pieces of jewelry are highly similar, Gu's new product is more outstanding in terms of details. This shows that the person who changed the picture is not inferior to you, so why did he copy you? I think this question should be asked to the GU family, and not to me. Maybe they are out of talent?
Your whole family has run out of talent. What should we do? How do we prove we're innocent?
This is really Rick Lin's design. How did Sasa Su get Rick Lin's design?
Yeah, and Sasa Su's disappearance at this time is too suspicious.
What you guys mean is...
Find Sasa Su and everything will be clear.
Are you okay? Every day, public displays of affection are in front of me. Have you considered my feelings?
What? Jealous? You also can find one.
I had one. But you took her away from me.
What did you say?
I said hurry up and go in to look for Miss Su, okay?
Fighting? Bullying? Okay. Show both of you your kung fu. Come on. Hey. Timothy GU, if you dare to do this to me, I will definitely tell Grandpa.
You've caused such a big mess to the Gu family, and you still have the face to go to Grandpa?
Mr. GU, MS. Su is not here.
Felix. Where is Sasa?
Isn't Sasa Su next to you?
You know what I'm talking about, don't give me that nonsense. You're not going to tell me, are you? Fine. I'll take you back to the mansion and let Grandpa ask you.
Sure. Take me back to the mansion, and I'll tell Grandpa that you married Lulu Su, not Sasa Su. Besides, you know how much Grandpa values a good match. What would he think if he knew about the substitute marriage? Is he telling the truth? Is everything Felix said true?
Grandpa, how do you?
So she's just the daughter of a jilted woman. You know all that.
Yes. I know she is Lulu Su and not Sasa Su.
Then why didn't you say so?
Grandpa, I really like her.
She doesn't deserve you.
Grandpa, she is also Mr. Su's daughter and the daughter of the Su family.
Does she have any rights in the Su family? Can she inherit the Su's estate in the future? What kind of debutante is she? How can she help you?
Grandpa, I don't need my wife's support.
But the Gu family needs it. The president of the Gu family needs it. I am giving you two choices. Either you divorce this woman right now, and I will find you another debutante for you. Or you give up your position as the president of the Gu family.
Grandpa. Do you really want that?
This is not negotiable. And you? What did I tell you before? There is no room for error in this. There is no room for error in this. Grandpa, that's Sasa Su. I don't care if you authorized it or Sasa Su did it on her own. I will give you 3 days to take care of this matter. Or, I will take it as plagiarism and put you at Ocean's disposal. Grandpa! That's the way it's going to be.
Maybe, I shouldn't hold him back.
Are you satisfied?
Timothy, take care of business first.
Lulu, don't worry, I won't abandon you.
Felix Gu. Where the hell did you hide Sasa Su?
I didn't hide her. I just threatened her that day and drove her away.
You threatened her? Why did you threaten her?
She threatened me first, and she took this recording pen to record it. I just can't imagine how a debutante could use such underhanded tactics.
No way. Sasa is so brainless, How could she think of using a recording pen?
Timothy. Don't you think this recording pen looks familiar?
It's Rick Lin's favorite brand.
And recording with a recording pen is also Rick Lin's usual tactic. Could it be that this plagiarism incident is simply a false accusation that Rick Lin used Sasa Su to direct?
If that's the case, Rick Lin is trying to keep Sasa from talking nonsense. Sasa is in danger now.
Devin, pull up all the surveillance near Rick Lin's apartment right away. Sasa Su's whereabouts must be found as soon as possible. Go.
From the security footage, it appears that Sasa Su left the Goose building and stayed at a neighborhood bar until the early morning hours. Then she went to Rick Lin's apartment. About half an hour later, Mr. Xiao took Sasa Su out of the apartment, and then they drove to his Bund villa. They didn't leave until noon the next day.
In other words, Sasa is being locked up by Tang Xiao at his Bund villa.
Don't get it. It's too late. Go to the Bund villa now and rescue her.
Sasa. Sasa.
Lulu Su, it's all you. It's all because of you. I'll strangle you. Lulu Su. If you hadn't assumed my identity, I wouldn't be here. I'm the Sasa Su. I'm the one who should be married to the Gu family. I'm the one who should be married to the most powerful man. And you Lulu Su, you're the one who should be here being abused.
That's enough. I always knew she was Lulu Su.
No way. If you knew all along that she was Lulu Su, why did you marry her? I'm the Su family's golden girl.
Because she was the one I loved all along.
Ha 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 ha. So I'm the stupid one. But I'm the Su family's golden girl. If there was no substitute marriage, I
wouldn't love you either.
At least I'm Mrs. Gu. Lulu Su, you wait for me. If there is a next life, I will be better than you.
Sasa.
Don't worry, leave it to me.
Sasa will be fine, right?
It's too cruel. It's the work of an animal.
Doctor, how is my sister?
Miss Su has suffered horrendous abuse. Her body is covered with injuries. She has been drugged and is now mentally stimulated. Doctor, can she still come to her senses? With Miss Su's current mental state, it's best to recuperate first. How can we give her time to recuperate? The plagiarism incident is all over the city.
Doctor, we do have important questions for her urgently. Is there any way we can keep her awake for a while? We promise not to irritate her.
I'll try.
Yes, please. It's okay.
Mr. Gu. Miss Su is now awake, but her mood is still not very stable. So you must not stimulate her.
Okay.
Sasa.
Lulu Su, you're happy to see me in this situation, aren't you?
No, I'm sad.
When I was taken away by Felix Gu, Mom and Dad knew they couldn't hide the marriage. They moved all their assets abroad. They said they were going on vacation and left me here alone, leaving me here. Can't even go home. I've heard people say that karma is a cycle of retribution, but I didn't expect this retribution to come to me. I didn't realize that you were the only one who cared about me.
You shouldn't have suffered this.
Sasa, are you going to be like this for the rest of your life? Don't you want revenge?
I want them all to go to hell.
You are Lulu's sister, and I promise you that I will not spare anyone who has hurt you.
Then what do you think I should do?
Sasa Su, tell me, what kind of deal did you and Rick Lin make?
Rick Lin said he likes me. As long as I go to bed with him, he will help me draw new product designs.
Is that the one, the east wind releases flowers, and thousand trees at night?
You believe that? You don't even look at yourself in a mirror when you sell yourself. It won't even be worth a few bucks.
Felix, shut up.
Felix Gu, you made me do this. You know I didn't study design, and you forced me to draw. And you have to draw better than Lulu, or you're going to get me killed.
I didn't say I was going to get you killed. I just told you to get out.
You shut up.
What do you want me to do?
Sasa's okay. It's okay, Sasa.
What are you doing? Call the doctor.
Doctor! I thought I had said not to stimulate her.
You come out here.
You!
Sit down. How is Sasa doing? She was too emotional.
The doctor gave her a tranquilizer and she is now sleeping.
Don't worry, I won't let Tank Xiao go.
However, Sasa Su's words at least proved our previous guesses correct.
Yes. Rick Lin and Tank Xiao teamed up, and used Sasa Su to stage this false accusation.
Tank Xiao has coveted the Gu family for a long time, I can understand that, but what is Rick Lin up to?
Did you poke his asshole?
Felix Gu, can you stop filling your head with pornographic garbage every day?
Felix, see? I like women. I don't like men.
If not, then why did he hit her so hard?
I don't get it either.
What kind of person is Rick Lin?
Rick Lin used to be my assistant. He is very gifted and diligent but has a gloomy temperament. There is a strong sense of brokenness and destruction in his works, so I guess he had a very unfortunate past.
Doubtful? The design department is the core department, and you haven't checked his background?
He was brought here directly from the master. What can I do? What's more, he's been the director since he got here, and he was so secretive. I thought he was the master's illegitimate son. What? What? The master is so old that he can get another little uncle out for both of you?
Maybe it's not Uncle Junior.
When Grandpa was young, he had a first love.
If I remember correctly, I think her last name was Lin.
Devin, go to West City and investigate the relationship between Grandpa's first love and Rick Lin.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gu, as you can imagine, the chairman's first love, the madam named Alice Lin, is Rick Lin's grandmother. Then Rick Lin won't be. Yes. Rick Lin is also the chairman's own grandson.
Where did you find out all this?
32 years ago, the chairman's wife once sent someone to check the background of Alice Lin and Simon Lin. I found out based on this clue.
Simon Lin?
Simon Lin is the son of the chairman and Alice Lin. When the chairman broke up with Alice Lin for the sake of the family, Alice Lin was already pregnant.
Why haven't I even heard of this Simon Lin guy? You see.
At that time, right after the result of this appraisal came out, Simon Lin was involved in a car accident on his way to a business trip and died on the spot. Could the killer be the chairman's wife? We can't find out. Because all the information on this matter has been deliberately erased back then.
Can you find out who erased it?
I can't. His father was murdered, mother remarried. Grandfather took sides with the murderer, and grandmother fell ill. No wonder Rick Lin wants to destroy the Gu family.
There are many people who want to destroy the Gu family, but so far, no one has succeeded.
But so far, the Gu family hasn't been in such a mess either.
I say, Hands-Chu, which side are you on?
I'm in the center. Even if we know the truth, so what? We still have no evidence.
Sasa Su is not evidence?
In her current state of mind, who would believe her words?
Then Tang Xiao's unlawful imprisonment has a case, right?
We have no evidence that Sasa Su didn't go with him voluntarily. And if we really want to make a scene, we'll be beaten up.
Right. The recording pen.
What do you mean?
Sasa has never known how to use the recording pen, and she could only turn it on but could not turn it off. So is it possible that the recording pen was left on?
That is to say, if the pen had been on all the time, then maybe it recorded not only her conversation with Felix Gu, but also with Rick Lin.
If that's true, then this is our strongest evidence. Lulu, you're a great help.
Devin, go check it out right away.
Yes, sir.
Can I still be by your side when this is over?
Rick Lin, this is a really good tactic. I think the Gus are at a loss for words now, that public opinion is festered.
The higher the praise, the harder the fall. That's the way things are.
You should take the lead in this matter. Tell me, what reward do you want?
Mr. Xiao, it's too early to talk about this. I heard that Timothy Gu took Sasa Su from your villa a few days ago.
Yes. But Sasa Su has been crazy for a long time. No one will believe her if she goes to court.
But Sasa Su knows too much.
Don't worry. Sasa Su has been taken away for a few days.
And Timothy Gu hasn't even dared to say a word.
So I guess they can't do anything about it now. Ha! What's new? The president of the Gu family claims to have been falsely accused. And the plagiarism case is expected to be reversed? Rick Lin, what? What's going on here?
Timothy Gu, find evidence of false accusations?
Rick Lin, want to have a talk.
Mr. Gu, you really live up to his name, and you're still so calm even at this hour.
Who are you to tell me not to be calm?
Yes, I am a small character with no money, no power, and no background. In that case, why did Mr. Gu ask me to meet him at such a sensitive time?
And why did you go to the appointment?
Mr. Gu's family in Riverside City has been prominent for 100 years, but it has been tumbling down overnight, so I couldn't bear it and wanted to do a hospice care.
Is this hospice care to appreciate your own masterpiece, or to make sure that the Gu family won't be able to turn over a new leaf?
Mr. Gu, what do you mean? I don't understand.
Rick Lin, let's not talk in the dark. I have already found out all about the whole thing, including your background.
What does this have to do with my background?
It's because of your background that Grandpa felt guilty about you. Wanted to make it up to you. That's why he bypassed the Gu family's background check, and let you parachute straight into the design department. That's how you got the chance to have legitimate access to the Gu family's top brass and core secrets. You know that every quarter's new product is finalized by Grandpa. Therefore, you purposely chose to leave after the jewelry show, when the Gu family's reputation was at its highest. So that the new product design would all fall on Hans alone. So, Grandpa would want to find an assistant for Hans.
Then how do I know who the chairman's chosen assistant will be?
It doesn't matter. The important thing is to be able to bring your work to the meeting. Hans said that your work has a strong personal style, and is very recognizable. Once Grandpa sees it, his desire to make it up to you, but not being able to, will be rekindled. So he'll try to keep the work in your style. After that, everything will be just as you planned, and the Gu family's reputation will plummet as a result of the plagiarism incident. In fact, the plagiarism was a frame-up that you had planned and staged.
Mr. Gu, your imagination is too rich. It's a pity that you don't go to write novels. Mr. Gu, do you know that your behavior has already constituted defamation?
Rick Lin. You don't think I'm a man who dares to make up his own mind without proof, do you? Does it look familiar?
You can buy this kind of stuff online for a few hundred yuan. How could it look familiar to me?
But why are your fingerprints on it?
I might have touched it by accident.
Rick Lin. This is the recording pen you bought for Sasa Su.
Who is Sasa Su? I don't know her.
You don't know her. Then why was she in and out of your apartment in the early hours of the morning?
Timothy GU. It's against the law for private individuals to access surveillance.
Who told you that I saw it from the surveillance?
Rick. If you don't know her.
Why does this pen have audio of your conversations with her, and even some indescribable sounds?
Impossible.
Okay, I'll play it for you.
Rick.
Rick Lin, you taught Sasa this trick of recording. But now it has become evidence against you. Does it feel good?
It's impossible. I obviously paid attention to it all. There's no way she had a chance to record it.
What a shame. Not only did she record it, she recorded the whole thing.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Rick Lin, you may not know that Sasa is lazy and stupid. She doesn't know how to use a recording pen. Let me tell you this way. She can only turn it on but cannot turn it off. She doesn't know when Felix will be looking for her. So she keeps it on all the time for convenience.
No.
Luckily, Sasa was lazy, so she recorded your conversation with her. Rick Lin. This is the strongest evidence that can prove Gu's family's innocence.
Timothy GU, I have carefully planned my revenge plan for 10 years. How can it be ruined in the hands of a bitch just like this?
Rick Lin.
Did you record the conversation and video?
Yes.
It's been synchronized and sent to the media.
Yes.
Timothy GU. You lied to me. Sasa Su didn't record anything.
Yes. Sasa Su, that idiot, didn't even know that the recording pen has to be recharged. She didn't even record all the evidence she used to threaten Felix Gu, let alone yours. But, so what? I have the evidence just the same.
Timothy GU. You're despicable.
I'm just doing the same thing to you.
I'm going to let you die.
Be careful.
Is everything okay? Rick Lin. To be honest, what happened to your father and grandmother? It's Grandpa who owes you guys. It has nothing to do with the rest of the Gu family. Let me tell you, as long as I am the president of the Gu family, I will not let you and Ocean destroy the Gu family. Is it really okay? Are you scared? Do you want Devin to beat him up later to get rid of your anger?
Rick Lin and Tang Xiao, what are you going to do?
Okay, right. Understand, file a lawsuit immediately. In this way, you can give an explanation to the master. Right?
Felix Gu is the one who is going to give an explanation. What does it have to do with me?
Yes, yes.
The plagiarism incident of the Gu family, which has been a hot topic, has been proved to be a false accusation orchestrated by the Ocean Group of companies. The Gu family has submitted evidence to the court, and will sue Ocean in the near future. Timothy Gu, president of the Gu family, said that he will pursue the case to the end and will not be tolerated.
Timothy. You did a good job this time.
In that case, Grandpa, I would like to make a request to you.
Lulu Su's matter is exempted.
Why?
Because you are my favorite heir. The next head of the Gu family. Your wife must come from a famous family.
So Grandpa gave up Alice Lin for the same reason back then?
Yes. I know exactly what you are thinking now. Timothy. If I could turn back time and do it again, I would still make the same choice.
Grandpa, why?
Because my last name is Gu, and I am the only son in my family. Even if I am really willing to give up everything and be an ordinary couple with Alice, what about my enemies? Will they be willing to believe that I can always give up the kingdom for the sake of beauty? It's me who dragged you down. A man can't afford to be a victim of a crime. When it comes to profit, only the dead can reassure people. And Simon Lin is the best example of that.
Grandpa. Did you know all along that Simon Lin's car accident was the work of Grandma?
Your grandmother didn't do it.
Huh.
Your grandmother did have that in mind, but before she could do it, Tang Xiao was first to do.
Did Rick Lin know about this?
He knew all along. So 5 years ago, he gave me the idea to go after Ocean. I just didn't realize that he would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And let the Gu family and Ocean compete with each other.
After all, the Lin family's tragedy originated from the Gu family. If Simon Lin was not your son, Ocean would not have taken action against him.
Yes. So today's plagiarism incident, although unexpected, but also reasonable. Rick Lin is a man with wisdom.
So, Grandpa wants to let Rick Lin off the hook?
That depends on how you choose.
Grandpa. I am not going to divorce Lulu.
If you insist on not divorcing, I don't mind recognizing Rick Lin.
Grandpa, you are forcing me.
Timothy, I just want you to know that love can't protect the person you want to protect. You were born into the Gu family, you received the good of the Gu family, you have to sacrifice for the Gu.
Then I clearly say, I am different from Grandpa, I love Lulu. Even if there is no Gu family, even if I don't become the president of the Gu family, I can't live without Lulu Su.
Timothy, you are really stubborn. I'm telling you, you're not allowed to go anywhere for the next 2 days, you stay here. Don't go back. Instead of going back and letting the woman confuse you.
No. Timothy Gu is still resisting fighting, and I, Lulu Su, cannot give up on him.
Bad news. Bad news. Big deal. You're still eating.
What's wrong?
I've just received news that Timothy has been detained by Grandpa in the mansion.
Hasn't the plagiarism incident been satisfactorily resolved? Why is he being detained?
To force him to divorce.
I forgot about it. It's all your fault.
Don't talk about these useless things, just think of a solution.
What can I do? I'm sure you're aware of the importance that the master places on his family, and he's already in a state of bewilderment. When Timothy wanted to choose Sue's family, it was a great honor for him to agree. Now he knows that Lulu is not a real debutante.
Then let her be the true debutante. Anyway, Sasa Su is almost crazy, and Mr. Su doesn't have any other kids. Why don't we just let him recognize Lulu, and that will solve everything?
May won't agree, and my mom is still under her control.
Lulu, why are you dragging your luggage back? Didn't you go back home with Timothy?
Well, I'm not welcome there, so I came back first.
That, sister-in-law, don't be too depressed. If you can't, we'll take Sasa Su in exchange, right?
First of all, not to mention May is abroad, even if they come back, see Sasa now, this appearance, will only resent us.
Why would they hate us? It's all Tank Slau's fault.
May has always been a bully, she can't take revenge on Rick Lin or Ocean, so she can only put the blame on me.
How can that be? I should have known better than to save Sasa Su.
Lulu, what do you think? What's wrong? Did Timothy Gu say something to you?
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything, and you're crying like this?
I guess he might have to start a new adventure. Senior brother Chu. This time, I want to be his back. Can you help me?
Go ahead.
Forge a lawyer's letter and send it to my dad.
The Gu family is suing us. Based on what?
You should ask your good daughter what she did. Your good daughter, who had the audacity to copy Ocean's design, single-handedly caused today's plagiarism incident. The point is she said we ordered it. Yes, I transferred my assets and went abroad with you. Wasn't that to save the family business? Look at your good daughter. It's really going to kill our Su family.
Hubby. What should we do now?
This time there is all the physical evidence, even the recording of you and I letting Sasa go to Gu's house. This time I really have no choice.
There is still Lulu Su, isn't there?
What's wrong with Lulu?
Last time you also saw, Timothy Gu asked Lulu Su to help him change his clothes, so it can be seen that he likes Lulu. As long as Lulu asked, he will definitely agree to let us go.
But we asked her to marry for us and forced her with her mother. Will she really help us?
Then I'll go apologize to her. I'll kowtow to her, all right. As long as she is willing to help us. Hubby, let's go back home and beg Lulu.
You got it all figured out.
Aha.
Then tell me your conclusion.
Grandpa, I'm not getting a divorce.
So you don't want the position of president of the Gu family?
The Gu family is your blood. I took over for 7 years and was lucky to be able to fulfill my destiny. Now it is reasonable to return it to you.
Are you resigning?
Yes. I will contact my lawyer in the afternoon to transfer the 30% of my shares to your name.
You're so generous. You're leaving the company. You're asking me for something, aren't you?
Yes. I want to ask Grandpa to give me a promise. From today onwards, the Gu family shall not make a move against any of the Su family.
What good is a verbal promise? Looks like my previous words were all for nothing.
Not really. I have taken grandfather's teachings to heart. Today, it is also just a matter of first courtesy before war.
First courtesy, then the army. Do you really think that you have hardened your wings and dare to go against me?
I never thought so. I just don't want Lulu to be the second Alice Lin, and I don't want a repeat of what happened to Rick Lin.
Just for a woman.
Grandpa. I've been thinking about it a lot these past few days. And you said that you gave up Alice Lin back, then because you had no choice. I don't think that's right. There was always a choice, you just didn't want to choose that option.
That option was wrong.
I promise to prove to you that it is right. Take care, Grandpa.
You. Lulu. We got a letter from the lawyer saying that the Gu family is suing us.
Yes.
Don't make things too difficult between families. Talk to Timothy and ask him to drop the lawsuit.
Yes, I will, but I have conditions.
What conditions?
I want you to transfer the overseas assets back. And at the same time, I want the position of president of Su's group.
Lulu, what do you mean? Your dad, he's not dead yet.
My dad is the chairman of the board. I want the position of president. And that position would have been my mom's. Dad, no one knows better than you. When Sue's was built with my mom's money and my grandfather's connections. It's more like Moo's than Sue's. In that case, I'm the one with Moo family blood. Since I can't own it, I might as well destroy it with my own hands, to save it from being cheap for outsiders.
What outsiders are you talking about?
Mr. Su. What are you doing to my wife?
Mr. Gu, why are you here?
This is my house. Where am I if not here? What Lulu just said was actually what I meant. Mr. Su, think about it.
I know why Lulu suddenly wants a Suze. It's because of you, Timothy Gu.
One Suze, and I have a big appetite. Lulu has already shown you mercy. Otherwise, you can sue Suze directly until it goes bankrupt. By then, Mr. Su, Suze will have nothing to do with you.
Damn.
Of course, you can also do nothing and wait for the news.
Timothy Gu, you are so cruel.
Not as tough as you guys. By the way, don't think of blackmailing my wife's mother. Her ward has already been moved by me. Gu's family's condition is like this. We don't accept bargaining. Mr. Su. You go back and think about it.
You just came out.
Huh.
Didn't Uncle Lin say you were locked up? How come you're out in less than 2 days?
Master can't be fooled easily. You two aren't really divorced, are you?
I resigned.
What?
Felix Gu, you got what you wanted, from now on. I am no longer the president of the Gu family.
You've got to be kidding me. Now the plagiarism incident is at the hottest time. You leave at this time. Who will take over?
I see, so this is what you want. You want to use the entire Gu family to force Grandpa to give in, don't you?
Grandpa has never seen any big storms in his life. A small Tang Xiao, he doesn't give a damn.
If you think like this, you will only play with fire.
No, you guys are thinking too much. I didn't want to use this to force Grandpa. I really don't want to be the president of the Gu family anymore.
Why did you do that?
I think Grandpa is right. There are too many constraints on the president of the Gu family. And Lulu has made too many compromises and sacrifices in the first half of her life. So I hope that from now on, she will make all her choices and decisions from her heart, not from her position as Timothy Gu's wife. And I hope that I will have the strength and power to support you in doing so.
Timothy is really getting more and more unreasonable. To give up the whole Gu family for a woman.
Young master is a sentimental man.
A sentimental man.
He just lacks social experience. The chairman is right.
How dare he give up the position of president of the Gu family and ask Lulu Su to fight for the presidency of Suze? What is Lulu Su in Suze? Go, get me the legal department. This time, I'm going to sue Suze into bankruptcy.
Timothy, I'm still a little worried.
Worried about what?
The plagiarism incident has entered a heated stage, and I heard that Tang Xiao has used almost all his connections. If you leave at this time, will the Jiyu family be in danger?
No. Not to mention Grandpa's tactics. Before I left, what I should explain and set up have already been arranged.
That's good.
What? Afraid that your husband will lose the family fortune under his capriciousness? Didn't you say a few days ago that you would support me?
Of course I will. Don't doubt my strength.
Well, my wife is the strongest.
But Timothy, will you regret it?
Regret what?
You are the grandson of the Jiyu family, the heir apparent taught by Grandpa himself. You have a great future, but now...
I don't think leaving the Gu family will ever be the same.
What do you mean?
In fact, when I was studying in the United States, I used the money I made from stock trading to invest in several jewelry design companies. Of course, Grandpa didn't know. At that time, the initial intention was just to have a try, but fortunately, they all developed well over the years. So I was thinking, instead of staying in the Gu family and being forced by Grandpa to do something I am not willing to do, I should leave and build my own Gu family.
Then didn't I ask my dad for the Suze president position, this morning for nothing?
Lulu, I haven't even had a chance to ask you why you want the Suze president position.
I want to be your backer. Oh, but who knew that you would think of your own way out? It's a waste of time for me to plan for nothing.
Not really. Nowadays, under this form, the position of Suze president is really the most suitable for you to do.
Is it because of Sasa Su's mental state?
It's because she's the weakest in the plagiarism case. If I were Grandpa, I would start with her.
But in that case, would my dad really do what you want? You were willing to marry a stranger like me for the position of president before. I thought you valued the position.
It is quite valued.
Ah.
But I have something I value more now.
Honey, that's very kind of you.
Lulu. No, my wife, do you support my decision?
Support? I will support you with all I have.
All? Then I'm going to have a taste.
Chairman, the legal department has gone to Sue's house with a lawyer's letter.
What did Samuel Sue say?
Mr. Sue hasn't said anything yet. But Mrs. Sue cried and brawled in front of the lawyer. The legal department said that Mrs. Sue took a broom and scolded her while driving, saying that our Gu family is greedy and wants the president position of their Sue's family. She also said that if Mr. Sue really dares to give the president position to Lulu Sue, she will hang herself in front of Sue's house immediately.
This family is simply mad.
It seems that not telling him about Lulu Sue having sent a fake lawyer's letter to Sue's family before was the right thing to do. Or, we can think differently. Sue's family is not viable. How about recognizing Rick Lin and letting him help you, like you said before?
No way.
Why? Rick Lin is not available. Didn't the chairman praise Rick Lin for having wisdom in front of Mr. Gu before? Why is he not available?
He does have wisdom, but his wisdom is not as good as Timothy's. Moreover, he is a person who hates me and the Gu family badly.
Hatred is always a double-edged sword. Although he hates the Gu family, he hates Tang Xiao even more. In his current situation, the only way to fight against Tang Xiao is to cooperate with the Gu family. So, before Ocean collapses, you don't have to worry about his loyalty.
What about after the collapse of Ocean?
The plagiarism incident is so well known that I don't think any design company would be willing to accept such a person.
So, after the collapse of Ocean, Rick Lin will realize that he has nothing to rely on except the Gu family. This false accusation is equivalent to him being in the hands of the Gu family. So I can take him down whenever I want.
Exactly.
You are still thoughtful. Lin, go and find Rick Lin for me. And tell him that if he is willing to cooperate with me, I will recognize him and give him the position of president of the Gu family. Yes, Chairman, I'm on my way.
Robin Gu. It's time to pay the debt you owe my sister.
The company's broke? You're stealing food from me this early in the morning?
I quit my job.
Huh.
Why?
Do you know that after you left, not only did the master recognize Rick, but he also made him the president of the company?
I know.
Why don't you care?
I'm a hobo now. Who am I to meddle in the Gu family's affairs?
So, senior brother, what did Rick Lin do to make you so angry?
He's using the name of changing the map for personal vendetta. I'm telling you, I've seen all the crazy things happen in the past half month. Anyway, the design department is almost deserted now.
It shouldn't be. He just took over. He should be enlisting people.
Maybe he thinks that we are all the remnants of the past dynasty, so it's better to give up than to get people together.
Even if he does, he has to do it step by step. The new city jewelry show is coming up. Is he going to do it all by himself by forcing out the entire design department?
What if his intention was to ruin the GU family at the jewelry show?
That would indeed be the fastest way to ruin the Gu family.
His lordship is no fool. Would he allow Rick Lin to do that?
Rick, what are you trying to do? Do you want to completely destroy the Gu family? Grandpa, you're worried too much. How could I possibly want to destroy my only foothold? Everyone in the design department has resigned. What do you mean? Everyone in the design department is Timothy Gu's close friend. He can access the GU family secrets whenever he wants. Even so, now that it's lacking people for the new city jewelry show, who will do the work, if you empty the entire design department? Me. With so many exhibits involved. Can you do it all by yourself? Yes, I can. Grandpa, you have to believe in my skills. 7 days. Grandpa, you give me 7 days. After 7 days, I will show you all the designs. What if you don't finish it after 7 days? I'll offer to quit the job. Okay. I hope you can do what you said. I can abolish Timothy Gu's presidency, and I can abolish yours too.
Mr. Su, calm down.
Get out of my way. Timothy Gu, you asshole. Come out.
Timothy Gu, you son of a bitch. You have no morals.
Come on, Timothy, are you cheating?
Confession is lenient, resistance is strict.
Madam, you understand it. Me.
Isn't it for the position of Su's president? I'll give it to you. Do you want to destroy the whole Su's for this?
What does he mean?
Don't you just want my life? I'll die right in front of your house.
Mrs. Su, calm down.
Devin, ask Mr. Su and the others to come in.
Yes.
Mr. Su. What's wrong with you guys?
Mr. Gu. Please be magnanimous and let Suze go.
May, what are you doing?
Lulu. I was bad in the past. I treated you badly, and I treated your mom even worse.
May, don't be like this. You get up and talk first.
Lulu, you beg Mr. Gu to drop the case.
May. Timothy didn't sue you. I forged that lawyer's letter.
Don't be ridiculous. How could Mr. Gu's legal counsel bring a fake lawyer's letter to Sue's house?
Gu's legal counsel?
Wait, you say that Gu's legal counsel went to Su's house? When?
Just last week, they said Mr. Gu was determined to screw Suze and sue Suze into bankruptcy.
May, I think you've really misunderstood. You get up first. First of all, that person who is going to sue Sasa Su is not me. I am not the president of Mr. Gu's family since half a month ago. Secondly, I think you guys heard wrong. What they said was not Mr. Gu, but Master Gu.
You mean the person who is suing Sasa Su is Master Gu?
Yes.
But why?
I heard that Master Gu has already retired from the second line. Why did he suddenly come out this time?
After I resigned, the Gu family was left without a leader, so Grandpa naturally had to come out to take charge.
What? You quit the job.
Why?
Because the president of the Gu family needed to marry a debutante. And I didn't want to divorce Lulu.
Is that why?
Yes, for that reason.
But why would Master Gu want to destroy the Sus?
What a simple question. Grandpa wants to destroy the Sus.
What can he acquire for him to destroy the Sus?
I guess Grandpa is thinking that I will go to the Sus after I leave the Gu family. So he's striking first.
After all, it's still because of you.
I'm at most a trigger. It's not like I'm going to sue you.
Then do you have any solution?
Mr. Gu. If you can save the Sus, I guarantee that we will leave the position of Sus president to Lulu.
Okay, deal.
So sure.
This event has come to this situation because of me. Since I can make it dead all over the place, I can naturally turn it into a rebirth. It's very simple to break this situation. Mr. Su, you just tell the media that you cut off his relationship with Sasa Su.
What?
As long as it's proved that Sasa Su is harboring a grudge because of you with hatred, so she said this on purpose. Suze will be able to get out of it. There is no way to deal with Suze anymore, and Sasa Su has nothing to do with the Su family. So naturally, Grandpa won't spend any more energy on dealing with Sasa Su. And even if he wants to deal with Suze, he'll find another way.
Okay. I agree.
Since May agrees, Mr. Su, you can publish the newspaper immediately. And tomorrow, at the earliest, you will be able to take Sasa Su home. This way, Suze will also be able to return home in one piece.
Okay, that it is.
Hans, you go and gather the staff from the design department again. I want to design the new products for this year's New City Jewelry Show.
But we are no longer from the Gu family, we can't represent the Gu family to exhibit.
It's okay, I have another jewelry company. Wait, so Rick Lin is doing all the Gu designs this year?
Yes. And I heard that Rick Lin has made a promise, if he doesn't come up with a design in 7 days, he will resign.
7 days? How can one person finish so many designs?
I was going to ask the same question. He's not afraid of bragging.
Is it possible that what Rick Lin wants is not the presidency, but the 7 days?
The design department is the core of the Gu family. And it is full of close friends, but now all of them have resigned. Hans, which trusted old man is left beside Grandpa now?
Butler Uncle Lin.
Lin.
Devin, you immediately investigate the relationship between Uncle Lin and Alice Lin.
Where's the drawing? No drawing. I knew it. Then what are you doing here? Get away. Didn't you hear me? I told you to get away. Robin. GU, I am standing here. What can you do to me? This is the Gu family's house. Do you want to be wild here? Come on, get this asshole out of here. Is anyone here? Where are they?
Don't shout. All the bodyguards in this house have been dispatched by me.
Lin. Are you betraying me?
I have never been loyal to you. How can I betray you?
You have been with me for more than 20 years. How can you even?
Robin, I've been with you for 20 years. I'm just waiting for a chance. A chance to take revenge on the Gu family.
Who are you?
My name is Peter Lin. Does this name sound familiar?
You are Alice Lin's brother.
How come you still remember me, Robin Gu? Let me ask you. What did you say to my sister when she was, on her knees begging to be spared, with a big belly? You said that you were just playing with her, and that a woman from an ordinary family, like her was not good enough for you, the firstborn son of the Gu family. You also said, don't want to take advantage of the child to get on top, or else you will get her whole family killed.
Didn't mean that at that time.
Then which one did you mean? You looked down upon her. Why do you want to hook up with her in bed? And after knowing that she had a boy in her belly, you forced her to give birth to the child and be your mistress? How rare were college students in those days? My sister could have been capable of having a happy family. With loving children. And a loving husband. She could have been capable of living in the sunshine, instead of living in the shadows all day long, like a ghost, not daring to see the sunlight.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm the one who ghosted. I'm the one who was too selfish.
You are indeed selfish enough. We are the children of a poor family. But it doesn't mean we deserve to be bullied.
Sorry.
What's the use of saying sorry now? Robin Gu. Don't you hate us ordinary people? You are still killed in the hands of ordinary people like us. I didn't realize that Uncle Lin was Alice Lin's brother, and Rick Lin's granduncle. This family is hiding really deep.
This also explains why Rick Lin was able to rejoin the design department so smoothly. Uncle Lin was his inside man.
They've been in hiding for more than 20 years, and they've set up such a big game, so their plans must not be small.
Devin, go to the mansion. Grandpa is in danger.
Okay, Mr. GU, please sit well.
I'm sorry, Lin. Peter Lin. Give me another chance.
Give you a chance? Based on what?
I'm sorry, please spare me.
I give you a chance. Who gives my sister a chance? I'll beat you to death.
Peter Lin, let go of my grandpa.
Chairman, are you alright? Robin Gu, I'm going to make you pay for my sister's life.
Peter Lin, what have you done to my grandfather?
Nothing. I just added chronic poison to the tea he must drink every day.
Devin, call an ambulance.
Yes, sir.
You.
It's too late. He has been drinking it for 20 years, and it has long been poisoned into his lungs. And there is no way back. Granduncle, what's wrong with you? Robin Gu has done a lot of evil deeds in his life. Before he eats anything, he must let people taste it first.
Did you take the medicine yourself?
Otherwise, I can't fool him.
Granduncle. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's nothing to do with whether it's worth it or not. This is what I should do.
No, it's not. You deserve to die. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to get yourself killed?
Ricky, do you remember what your granduncle taught you? Memorize it.
What goes around comes around, and heaven will spare no bad Evildor.
Yes. Gu has done a lot of evil deeds in his life. I poisoned him. He deserved it.
Granduncle.
But I poisoned him, and now I'm paying for his death, so I deserve it too.
Granduncle.
Now that it is over, Ricky, you should be a good person from now on, be a clean person, and live well. Mr. Gu. Everything today is my plan. I just want to get justice for my sister. Rick. He did all these things to help me.
You want to save Rick?
Yes. I killed your grandpa. I'll pay for his life too. That's a debt cleared.
What if I don't?
As you wish. You can't find an excuse to attack Rick anyway. Rick has never had blood on his hands in his life. The only time he did something against morality and was caught by you is the plagiarism incident.
Good. This matter has been withdrawn by Grandpa himself, publicly stated, and a conference has been held to, that it will not be pursued any further.
Yes.
You are so calculated.
I don't know how to calculate. I have stayed beside Robin Gu for 20 years. If I didn't have this mind, I would have been killed by him long time ago.
Okay. I promise you. From today, the past will not be investigated. But Rick Lin, as long as you let me catch a little handle, I will ask you back with interest.
Doctor, quickly.
Ricky, you must promise me that from now on, you must be a good person.
Granduncle.
Doctor, how is my grandfather?
After all efforts to save his life, Master Gu has recovered his life, but he's in a vegetative state. And he should not be able to wake up again in his life.
Timothy, how are you doing?
Fortunately, you are by my side.
I will always be with you.
Granduncle. While I still can't agree with you, I will be clean and try to be the good person you expect me to be. Isn't the chairman still alive? Why don't you go to pay your respects? And come here to be in the way?
What's your next plan?
What?
Do you still want to be a jewelry designer?
My reputation is so bad, I don't need to be a designer.
But we haven't split up yet. After college, you were at Gu for 5 years, and we worked together. After that, you went to Ocean. I thought I could finally compete with you. But there was a plagiarism incident. Honestly, I'm very sorry. Rick Lin. Aren't you sorry?
Senior brother. Here's the invitation to the new city jewelry show you asked for. See you at the jewelry show in half a month.
You don't mind me going?
My wife gave it to me, I don't have a problem with it.
I'm going. Aren't you afraid of losing to me?
Maybe you'll lose to me.
It's up to you whether you go or not. Anyway, I've given you the chance.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our most exciting part, the keynote speech. Here, each designer will present the journey of his or her design work. Without further ado, we invite the first designer. The first designer is Rick Lin from Miss Studio.
This Rick Lin, he's not the mastermind behind the plagiarism incident. Rick Lin, is he?
How can this kind of person still have the face to continue being a designer?
Who would buy his jewelry? I wouldn't. Necklace?
This bracelet looks like a manjasaka.
Although Rick Lin is not a good person, the design is still quite good.
I know there are a lot of people who don't want me to appear here as a designer. To be honest, I feel the same way. But I owe someone very important to reply. The flower language of the Manjusaka is sad memories, just like me. In my short 30 years of life, no more, no less, it's all sadness. These sorrows are like shackles, rooted in my flesh and blood. I can't break free. Maybe I am such a person. Not worth looking forward to. I'm even less worth staying. Designer Lin's road to design is really quite bumpy. Come on, let's take a look at the second work. It's finally time for the last designer, Director Chu of GU Family. Please welcome Director Chu to the stage.
This piece is called Nirvana. The source of inspiration is the love between the chairman of our Gu family and his wife, although I once had a crush on her too. But it couldn't be helped, she was married off by my boss.
Not in your lifetime.
As we all know, our chairman's wife did not come from a famous family. She had a very rough time as a child. But what does that matter? She still relied on her own hard work, got into Edinburgh University of the Arts, became my junior sister, and at the same time had the ideal love. Her experience is a reversal of fortune. But what I want to express through this work is not only the reversal. What I want to say is that how people want to live and what kind of life they can live has nothing to do with their background, nothing to do with their past, but only with themselves. Even if you are burdened with shackles. Even if you are carrying a heavy load, so what? Then take them, continue to go forward. As long as you are willing, there are always more solutions than difficulties. You are the phoenix bathes in fire, inevitably nirvana rebirth.
You win, Hans. You really are better than me.
So, do you want to think about chasing me? What are you thinking about? I'm talking about design skills.
Oh,
that's your response to what I said?
no. I think you're right. One really can't be chained to the past. If the chains are really rooted in the flesh and blood, then take it with you and move forward together.
It's great that you're listening to the words.
Hans, I'm going to England.
Huh?
What are you thinking? I said I'm going to England for further study. I'll tell you what, let's make a 5-year contract.
What 5-year contract?
After 5 years, let's meet at the new city jewelry show, and we'll compete again.
Okay. It's a deal.
Mrs. Gu, your design is fantastic. Can I request a private order for one? Price is not a problem.
Me too. I also want to customize one.
No problem. You can ask the secretary of the GU family to write down your ideas or your stories, and I will design unique jewelry for you.
That would be great.
It seems weird. Where is Timothy? He was here a moment ago.
This is my own ring design. Don't mind if it doesn't look as good as the one you designed. I don't think it counts when I married you before, but let you take Sasa Su's name. I'm going to marry you again. This time, I will marry Lulu Su. The one and only Lulu Su.
Say yes to him.
Yes, marry him.
Yes, I do.
Be careful. Why are you still as confused as you were 16 years ago? Have you forgotten? 16 years ago, Center Street.
Bye.
It's you.
You were out of my reach at that time, but I'll be within your reach from now on, till death do us apart.